setup for the full wave rectifier. So here we are going to use a center tap transformer, which will be having a ground and two 9-volt supply. So this is 9 volts and this is 9 volts. So uh, practically the center tap transformer will be like this. Here this is 9 volts, and the middle one, whatever you are seeing, this is the ground, and here it is the 9 volts. So it will be giving 230. When we give 230 volts input, this transformer is going to give the 9 volts as the output for each terminal. Now this uh, center tap transformer is connected with the diode D1, and the other terminal is connected to the diode D2, and you are going to ground this one, and these two will be short circuited. Once they are short circuited, we are going to add a load resistor to the center tap transformer. So this will become the complete setup for your full wave rectifier. So first we will see how the operation of your full wave rectifier is. So whenever we are connecting this one to the 230 volts AC supply, so this step down transformer will convert the 230 volts to 9 volts and 9 volts. And so when we are connecting like this according to the setup, so this is the input whatever you are giving. So it is a continuous wave. So whenever you are giving an input sine wave, so as we know about the forward bias uh, half wave rectifier. So during half wave rectifier, the diode only conducts during the positive half cycle, and it will not conduct during the negative half cycle. So as we are having two diodes here, so one diode will work during the positive half cycle, the other diode works during the negative half cycle. So whenever we are giving input during the positive half cycle, now we are this is the positive half cycle. So this is the positive half cycle. During the positive half cycle, so this diode D1 conducts. This diode D1 conducts, and it will be sending the current to the load, and you will be getting the output across your load. So that is what you can see here. So the current flows through your diode D1. So we will see here. Okay. So during the positive half cycle, so diode D1 conducts and the current flows to the load resistor, and you can see this is the output. So that is what we are showing here in this diagram. So during the negative half cycle, what happens for this diode? So this will be off. But during the negative half cycle, what happens is your diode D2 starts conducting. So this diode D2 starts conducting during the negative half cycle. That is what we are showing here in the second diagram. So what happening? So during the positive half cycle, diode D1 is conducting and sending the current to the load, and during negative half cycle, diode D2 is conducting and sending the current to the output load. So that when we combine the current I1 and I2, we will be getting the output as a continuous full wave rectification. Means only one diode is conducting for the positive half cycle, that is D1, and D2 is conducting for the negative half cycle. So when the positive half cycle is during the positive half cycle, diode D2 will be in the off condition, that is reverse bias, and during negative half cycle, diode D1 will be in the negative reverse bias. So here, when we combine this two currents, you are going to get the output like this. So this is the full wave rectifier output. Okay, so let us proceed for the experiment. As we have said, the components. So this is your transformer, and we require diodes. So this is IN4007 diode. So whatever you are seeing here, and so this is the load resistor which we are taking, and here is the breadboard. So this is a platform where we are going to construct our circuit, and we have a multimeter which is used to measure the input and output voltages, and here we have a CRO which is used to display our output. Okay, so this is the transformer which I am going to use as shown in the figure. So this is the step down transformer which I am going to use. So which is connected to the which is connected to the main supply, which we are giving a 230 volt supply. So I am taking the positive, that is 9 volts, and connecting on the breadboard on one side, and I am taking the second 9 volts and connecting the other terminal. So I hope everyone knows about the breadboard configuration. So now I am taking the diode and connecting one to the positive 9 volts, and second one I am connecting to the second 9 volts, and we are short circuiting these two. That means I can connect them together. So we are not having any, already we will be having the internal connection here. So I am short circuiting them by keeping in one line. Now I need to have a load resistor which is connected from the common point of your diodes, and connecting this one to the ground. So already we have a ground. Let us keep this ground here. So this is your load resistor, and I am connecting the ground the same line, so that your ground of the center tap and the load are connected. So this is what the setup is of your full wave rectifier. So when I am giving the input, that is nothing but the sine wave, that is AC voltage 230 volts, which I am giving the input. Okay, and at the output I need to observe the full wave rectified output. That means now I need to get, as we have connected the circuit as per the circuit diagram which is given here. Now let us proceed to check the input and output waveforms. We are not going to note the values here. Just I want to show the output first of all. So now, as this is a CRO, we are connected with a patch cord, the probe. So this we are going to connect the ground to the ground terminal. Okay, and we are going to test the input signal. So when I connect my probe on the input side of the diode, I can see the output which is getting displayed. Means this is the input waveform, that is 230 volts, whatever we are, 9 volts, whatever we are supplying as an input to our circuit. So that is what the input even you can find on the other side also. Okay, so now if you see, even you can give the 9 volts as an input to both the diodes D1 and D2. So what is that happening here means, here we are going to whenever we are giving the 9 volt supply as an input on both the sides, during, as we know that the diode only conducts during the forward bias. So during the positive half cycle, this diode is going to conduct, and during the negative half cycle, the second diode is going to conduct. So when during the positive half cycle, when it is conducting, the D2 diode will become off. That means it will become reverse bias. That means it is an open circuit. So only During the positive half cycle, the diode D1 is conducting, and during the negative half cycle, diode D2 is conducting. So the current will flow to the load during the positive half cycle, and during negative half cycle, the current flows to the load, and we can see the combined output at the uh, output terminal. So as to check the output, we need to connect the to display the output. We are going to connect this one across your load, the ground as well as your positive is connected across your load. Then you can see the complete output on the CRO. So one is the cycle which is during the positive half cycle, the other one is during the negative half cycle. We can display the complete waveform as shown in your graph like this. So as shown in the graph, we can see the complete current which is presenting at the output of your circuit. So how can we prove that only during the positive half cycle only diode is conducting, and during the negative half cycle the other one is conducting? Simply, if you remove one of the diodes and if you check the output, then automatically you can see that only one cycle will be uh, conducting, the other cycle will be off. So this you can see that is nothing but your half wave rectifier experiment output. So let us try for that one. So I am going to remove this. I have removed. Just check the output. So it is showing only during one cycle, the remaining cycle it is off. So in the same way, if we check for the second diode, I am keeping back the same diode, okay, in its position, and now I am going to remove the above diode, that is positive half cycle diode. Now check. So we are going to get the same output. That means we can say very clearly that your diode D1 is conducting during the positive half cycle and diode D2 is conducting during the negative half cycle. So when I keep back again your diode D1 in the same position, then you can see the complete output. So this is all about your half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier experiment. So here we are showing only the waveform outputs. We can do the calculations by connecting the by taking the values using your multimeter. So showing how practically your full wave rectifier is going to work, and if possible we'll do in the next experiment how to do the calculations like calculating the ripple factor and efficiency and other things. Thank you.